I see color everywhere here, even in the desert, which is mostly brown and green. I see a lot of different colors. So I told myself I got to put that in my paintings. My name's Jerry Salinas, and I work in oil paint. Oh, I was young, watching cartoons, comic books, drawing, and one day my dad said, hey, if you want to go to art school, you can after high school, so I went to art school. I went to the American Academy of Art in Chicago. I also spent some time at the Art Institute of Chicago, but I wanted a little bit more of an illustration background and more of a realistic background, working realistically, where you could tell what a subject is, and so I went to the Academy. Well, being from Chicago and traveling, I've taught in Florence, Italy, and being in urban areas, painting old cities, living here for 20 years, I kind of thought about it. I'm like, I don't really live in like that type of urban area anymore. I live around ranches, Native Americans, ranchers, cowboys, vaqueros, and I got to paint what's around me. So I decided no more urban scenes, and I'll start doing the rancher life, the native life, and I've been happy. I've been successful at it, so it's fun to do. It's beautiful. It's colorful. Because, being from an urban area, gray skies, cold weather, kind of get a little more gray and brown. And when I moved here with 300 days of sun, I mean, that makes a person happy if you're not from here. And so I just went for the colors. I see color everywhere here, even in the desert, which is mostly brown and green. I see a lot of different colors. So I told myself I got to put that in my paintings. There's a lot of color here. I just like to saturate a little bit more than usual. Some of the references I work from are historical photographs, so I do read about certain subjects and individuals that I paint. And one guy I painted who's a Sioux, he was in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, and you can find some history on him, and some of it's limited. And then some people are models, like some of my paintings of the ladies who are Crow Native. I've met them at the Crow Fair in Montana. And so you meet them and they tell you stories, like their regalia, how they made it, which would be their native costume, but we call it regalia, and how they might have taken something from a grandparent or a great-grandparent and added it to their modern piece, just to carry the history on. So those are the stories I like. I like taking a blank canvas, and as you're building up layers, you'll see washes in a drawing, and you'll see how I'm thinking about it. You might even see my study, which I have one here. And then all of a sudden, as the layers go on and time goes on, you see a finished painting. I think that's the one thing I love, is how it goes from a blank canvas to your final painting. I want to sell a painting, but even if a person likes my painting, that brings a lot of warmth to my heart. I mean, I get people here, maybe they can't afford a painting, but they do love the painting, and to me, that's just as good as buying it. Size of paintings, working bigger. A lot of painters work small, but for me, I got to work big. My galleries want that, but that's been the challenge, is getting comfortable. Our galleries, they want up to 10 feet, and I would like to do 10 feet for this show also. And something big, and that's the challenge. Maybe next year I'll have something that big. Every artist experiences a struggle with their painting. It's never the same struggle though. It's always something different, and you're not growing if it's the same. It means you got to get over that before you can move on. Because every artist improves, but once you improve, there's a new struggle. There's something else you got to work with. But for me, it could be design on one painting, or it could be the color choices. Sometimes I'll change a background 3 or 4 different times just to get it right, and so it harmonizes with the figure. So it takes time. It's just time. The struggle is time to get it right. I had a certain idea why I wanted to do it, but after being here, just the camaraderie with the artist, the resources that they've turned me on to, the staff is great, and just the way I get to meet the collectors. With some galleries I'm in, you're not allowed to meet the collectors. They like to separate you from them. But here I get to meet the collectors, talk to them, and really get to know them, and they get to know me, and they will research you, and they want to get to know you. And I love that I get to go to their house and install the painting, and get to see the rest of their collection. and they give you ideas like, I wouldn't mind seeing you do something, similar to this or this, so it gives you ideas. So that relationship I build here with artists, the collectors, and the staff of the celebration.